7 FM. It's brought to you by Stanbic Bank. Moving forward. Happy birthday to Very Reverend Andrew Mbia Baden, the new Synod Secretary of the Northern Accra Diocese and the Superintendent Minister for the Adenta Circuit. Happy birthday, sir. Also, happy birthday to Helena Esiedu of ICGC Christ Temple. May God continue to bless you with His grace and favor. Have a blast. And a happy 10th birthday to Inshura Nanaya Abeye Anaman. You school here at Kokomlemne. The entire family wishes you a happy birthday. And also a happy birthday to Reverend Dr. Perineo Satete, Deputy General Secretary of ICGC and Head Pastor of ICGC Resurrection Temple. May God continue to bless you from Elikem and all members of ICGC Resurrection Temple Community 22 in Tema. 18 minutes at the top of the hour here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Now, whether it's your cherished sleek sedan or rumbling 4x4, a vehicle is a huge investment that should deliver performance and last longer. Total Petroleum Ghana offers you 2 engine oils in the quartz range for a superior performance of your car. Total Quartz in your MC3 5W30 and Total Quartz in your Long Life 5W30. Total Quartz in your MC3 5W30 and Total Quartz in your Long Life 5W30 engine oils are specially formulated for the latest generation engine to clean and provide wear protection, also deliver superior performance, extend your oil change interval, and limit harmful exhaust emissions into the environment. Take care of your car. Provide only the best for a longer engine lifespan. Total Quartz engine oil. Keep your engine younger for longer. Big Stories is brought to you by Vodafone. The future is exciting. Ready Guarantee Trust Bank. Wouldn't you rather bank with us? And Nationwide Medical Health Insurance, the best health insurance company of the year at the 2018 Ghana Insurance Awards, and its CEO awarded Woman of Excellence at the Ghana Insurance Awards. It's also brought to you by Latex Foam, your partner for life. And coming up today on Big Stories.
Today we have demonstrated. Tomorrow we are doing a press conference. God willing, on Friday, a detailed petition will be presented to His Excellency the President of the Republic and the Ministry of Education. We are telling them, we'll give them an ultimatum. If same, that's not if our issues are not addressed and same happens again, believe me, maybe for that one we will not be able to promise anything.
So that was one of the student leaders of KNUST. Of the National Union of Ghana students speaking there. Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, former Deputy Minister of Education and former National NUCS President, says from his balanced perspective serving in both offices, it does appear that the crisis at KNUST fits perfectly into what Groucho Marx would have described as a kind of leadership that becomes the art of looking for trouble, finding it everywhere, diagnosing it incorrectly, and applying the wrong remedies. What do you think? 0244-340-437 is the text and WhatsApp line. You can also tweet at us at Joy997FM. You can go on our Facebook page, Joy 99.7 FM. Leave us a message there. Now, this November, shop in style at the first ever My GHP Orange Market, powered by Masterpass QR, an open cashless market where shoppers pay for items at discounted prices solely via POS, QR, mobile money, etc. to promote the no cash go digital agenda. All shoppers will be entitled to instant gifts from MasterCard, including Samsung smartphones, as well as shopping vouchers from the Buka restaurant, any ShopRite outlet, and Sigusta. On 2nd and 3rd November 2018, join hundreds of people at the Zenith Bank head office, Ridge Runabout, to shop and network. There will be food, clothing, makeup, and many more. Football lovers can watch the Arsenal and Liverpool match on the big screen. To crown it all, there will be a movie in the park by Masterpass QR Venom. So bring your friends, family, crushes, and partners. There will be discounts and gifts for everyone. My GHP Orange Markets by Masterpass QR. It's one of a kind. Now, making calls on Vodafone just got more exciting on our spanking new Vodafone Talk to Browse offer. Now, when you call Vodafone on any other network, you get 10 megabytes of free data for every minute you talk. It's as simple as that. Accumulate more minutes of talk and get more data to browse. The more minutes you talk, the more data you get. Simply dial 5050 to subscribe to this mouth-watering offer. Speak in megabytes with Vodafone Talk to Browse. Talk more, browse more. The future is exciting. Ready? Now, social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by Telecel 4G Just a Touch and EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank Ghana is the only bank to have won the coveted CIMG Bank of the Year award 5 times, winning the last 3 consecutively for 2014, 2015 and 2016. This year, the bank has been elevated to the prestigious Marketing Hall of Fame, which is another first by a bank in Ghana. Alongside this award, the bank has also won the much sought-after CIMG Marketing-Oriented Company in Ghana. EcoBank also wins the 2018 Mobex Africa Innovation Award for Banking Solution of the Year and FinTech Innovation Bank of the Year. We could not have achieved all this without you, our valued and cherished customers, and we take this opportunity to thank you and to renew our promise to you to continuously work at improving service delivery and providing innovative and flexible financial products and services to suit your everyday banking needs. We encourage everyone to join EcoBank, the winning bank, today. Simply download the EcoBank mobile app and on Google Play Store or App Store and get connected, or visit any of our branches or express points nationwide and transact with ease. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. 30 minutes to the top of the hour here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Now, as you may have heard from yesterday, students of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, except foreigners, have until midday today to leave campus. This announcement was made by the Ashanti Region Security Council yesterday, along with an indefinite closure of the university. This was also added to a dusk to dawn curfew. Yesterday, there were violent students' demonstrations against management, which saw public and private property vandalized. Erastus Asari Donko, who is a man in the Ashanti region, was there yesterday to see it all happen.
Today we have demonstrated. Tomorrow we are doing a press conference. God willing, on Friday, a detailed petition will be presented to His Excellency, the President of the Republic, and the Ministry of Education.
What started as a peaceful march by students from different directions on campus turned violent at the administrative block of the university. The demonstrators started pelting the building with stones under the watchful eyes of police. They entered the reception and vandalized the place, smashed windscreens of over 20 vehicles parked there. The office of the Dean of Students was not spared, as students indicated the distraction was to send a signal to authorities about what is in store for them.
Today we have demonstrated. Tomorrow we are doing a press conference. God willing, on Friday, a detailed petition will be presented to His Excellency, the President of the Republic, and the Ministry of Education. We are telling them, we'll give them an ultimatum. If if our issues are not addressed and same happens again, believe me, maybe for that one we will not be able to promise anything.
So table it for me. What do you want in a line of 1, 2, 3? What do you want?
Now, number one, the students of this university are demanding for nothing but the resignation of the Vice Chancellor of the university, because he's the leader of the university. He has failed to show leadership. The head of the security management must also resign. He has also failed to show leadership. So these are some of the issues that we want the university leadership to address. Other than that, this protest will continue, and we may not be able to promise what next could follow.
Last semester, some group of students were duly elected as various hall executives, but because of the tyranny from the VC and the Dean of Students, they don't want the continuing students to go to their post and execute their charges as hall executives, or in the name and the fear that these executives might channel down the tradition of these halls back to these fresh ones. So in their quest to curb the activities of these elected leaders, they've stripped off the powers from these leaders, and they've reinstated first years as hall executives. So now first year is writing a communique on behalf of a hall he barely knows, a hall he has just resided in for just 2 months. This is not in tandem with our constitutional provision, so therefore this cannot hold, because they are spitting on the very power that's giving us authority as an SRC to act.
University Relations Officer Kwame Yeboah Jr. was certainly unhappy about the development.
We saw some students just walking the streets demonstrating. We thought it was something peaceful because you have a grievance, the intention is to present it. That wasn't the case. The case we've witnessed, I'm sure all of you are here, you see the damage. I must say it's quite huge, it's enormous. And you ask yourself, is this the way to go? Is asking females to join their male counterparts in a hall, is this how it should end? That is a question I want to ask. So, we wouldn't see it coming. We wouldn't say we'll see it coming. We were in dialogue. But I would say I wouldn't be surprised because some people had threatened mayhem, and this is what has happened today. And this is government property. It belongs to all of us. So is this the way to go? Even though there are private properties that have been destroyed. But I ask myself, is this the way to go?
A 12-hour curfew, which came into effect from 6 p.m. yesterday, is expected to continue today, as students are ordered to vacate campus by noon today. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
8 minutes at the top of the hour here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Erastus Asaredonko reported on that. What happened from yesterday, really, on the show. Anyone, take us through a few text messages since listeners have been really sending in their comments.
Okay, so Etiahini says, good morning, Daniel. The students' actions should be discussed and analyzed as you would a Delta Force or Hawks incident. It's criminal and we should be calling for arrest and swift prosecutions. Properties have been damaged. This one says, this demonstration shows that Ghana has no future. If the youth who are being educated to manage this country can turn a peaceful demonstration into such a violent criminal acts like this, then I am afraid for our country. The organizers must be arrested for irresponsibility, and that's from Sir Collins in Koforidua. Daniel, this is what happens when you treat university students like secondary school students. These are the results. Campus is different from what I experienced in 1994 to 2000. Go and check. There are too many rules. And this is from Ray.
Well, so this really presents the spectrum of what the arguments have been. In the first place, students argue that they are being oppressed, they are being brutalized, they are being treated unfairly, especially since they are adults. This began really for a lot of us when talk was started about K University's 2 male halls being converted to mixed halls. I'm talking of University Hall and Unity Hall. And that's brought about a lot of agitation among the students. Students also tell us that first years had been asked to take up hall executive positions within some of these halls. Continuing students have not been allowed to go into the halls, and to an extent they are being treated as though they are not students of the university. On the other hand, some say that they are taking this argument too far. In the first place, why should all male halls exist? In the second place, if they are even going to exist, why should they carry on the activities they carry on Friday nights, which we know, Shane, Jama, raising morale, charging, whatever you decide to call it. So it's been a bit of a this or that. Are the students taking it too far? Are the authorities taking it too far? Are they being oppressed? Those are the questions that we have this morning. We want to know what you think about it. We are taking your first word. So call us on 0302 216 541 0302 216 541, or you can call us on 0244 340 437 0244 340 437. We are taking your first word on this matter, then we come to the studio. My first caller is Nee from Asylum Down. Good morning, Nee.
Good morning. How are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
I'm well too. See, we have a very big situation on our hands. If tertiary students can do this, like you said earlier, then we are in trouble. The only way this will change is if there are consequences for their actions. If you leave it like that and yield to what they are saying, that there are too many rules. What rules? Are they preventing you from entering your lecture hall to go and study? Are they preventing you from sleeping? If somebody's mother has come from wherever, work, or come from a sick hospital and they've come to lie down, then you say you are. University is not only students, but also other people who live there.
Right.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Nee, for calling us from Asylum Down. Claude is calling from Tema. Good morning, Claude. Okay, I have Elvis from East Legon, rather. Good morning, Elvis.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, let's hear what you think.
Okay, so basically this is how I think they think. This is what I think is happening. The school authorities are acting as though they're managing SHS students. And the students are also behaving like they're still in high school. I think we need a bit of maturity from both sides. Essentially, the authorities can't clamp down in the draconian manner on which they are clamping down on the students, but that's in no way to justify what the students are doing. And frankly, as a young and up-and-coming Ghanaian, it's very disappointing to see that our future leaders take issues into their own hands. I mean, I realize one of your texters likened the situation to what the vigilante groups do. Essentially, that's what it is. If every group in Ghana is supposed to take their displeasure into their own hands and act with such wanton vandalism, then what are we seeking to achieve as a country? And these are future leaders. It's extremely disappointing, you know.
Right. Thank you very much, Elvis, for calling. Onassis is calling from Accra. Good morning, Onassis. Good morning, Onassis.
Yes, good morning.
Great. And let's hear what you think about the matter.
Yes, for my take, I think that the media, you would also have to listen to the student side, because I've heard a lot of interviews where you've spoken to the PROs and the school authorities, but what of the students? You know, when you come to the university, we are all members of the university community. They are the senior members, and the students are the junior members. They are members of the university. They have a stake. So when they have made a complaint about your treatment, about your brutalities, and you do nothing about it, obviously you expect such a reaction.
Okay.
Now, which university would you go and then you would be prevented from raising morale on Friday? Friday night, that's what we do, because the school community is supposed to be an embodiment of everything. So we are not able to release tension and things like that. We gather and then we raise morale to release tension. And you will not allow us to do that. Then this is what you expect.
Thank you very much, Onassis, for calling. But I would ask that, of course, first of all, cool heads must reign. Let's not encourage violence in the first place. McLean is calling from Kumasi. Good morning, McLean.
Hi, good morning, Dan.
Yes, let's hear you.
Yes, my view is that the KNUST authorities are failing to understand that if you are in a university and you are even 10 years, you are a university student. And that is what is causing the problem. They feel that the students are kids, they are children, and they want to treat them as such. And that is what is causing the problem. So I think it is about time the university authority respect the rights of the students. They shouldn't treat them as if they are in JSS.
Thank you very much, McLean, for calling. Felix is calling from Kwashiman. Good morning, Felix.
Good morning, Danny.
Yes,
Danny,
let's hear you. Mm-hmm.
I thought yesterday I heard somebody, an authority, saying that the morale they were doing on the Friday, there was another hall that was doing same, and they were not stopped. So why was this particular one being stopped? You see, secondly, I think that the school authorities in charge of the students, as in the SRC, have not told us the processes they have gone through to register their protest, or what was being done to them that they were not happy about. I expect them to be telling us, we have written to so and so, we have had a press conference, we have gone to so and so, and they are not hearing us. You see, but not just once or twice they are not happy about something and they have to vandalize things that belong to them.
Okay.
Students of higher universities and all that doing this.
So, Felix, thanks for calling. But just on the point of information, on the matter of the male halls being converted to mixed halls, we saw all sorts of agitation coming from students. There were demonstrations, petitions were sent to Tumfo, petitions were forwarded to the president, petitions were sent to the Ministry of Education. We know that the students did register their displeasure in numerous other ways. But of course, that is not the single issue that is being raised by the students at this point. But let me take Claude's thoughts. He's calling from Tema. Good morning, Claude.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you.
Yes, I have a few issues I want to talk about. You know, the SRC of a university, that's the highest level of education in our country. If they have issues, they should know better to go to court, maybe put an injunction on the process if the law abides by that. Now, the second one is who made the hall a male hall? It was the government and the authorities in charge. It wasn't the students who made it a male hall. So if authority decides that I want to change the status of a hall, what does the student have to do with it? It comes to even grading. They are being graded. Some say the 50%, 40%. How can a student tell authorities how he or she should be graded in an exam? And the last one is the alumni. I think if you go to KUST and you are such a graduate, we want to see inventions. We want to see creating new opportunities for this country, not going back to the school and inciting students to destroy property. I think this is terrorism, and I think it should be condemned on certain terms.
Thank you very much, Claude, for calling us from Tema. Manko is calling from Dansoman. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Daniel.
Yes, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Let's hear you.
So the situation, as I find it, the solution is pretty simple. At this moment, there's a total breakdown in leadership, okay? Even at the university, at the administrators level, that's the authorities level, and on the students front. Now, for the head of the administration, the VC, he should have resigned by the close of yesterday, because it's under his watch that he has taken certain steps which the students have responded to. Number two, the leadership of the SRC, they should take responsibility. Now, if you know that you're going to go on a demonstration, you dub it a peaceful demonstration, you should have been able to control your people, put them on the correct route, direct them, let them move in a way that you're able to direct them. Now, the students dispersed, they are all over the campus. Nobody is able to control them. It is the responsibility of the president of the SRC. He has to be held responsible for the actions.
Thank you very much, Marco, for calling us from Dansoman. And Ronald is calling from Ajegano. Good morning, Ronald.
Good morning.
Yes, how's everything?
By His grace.
We bless God. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I disagree with Claude. For him to say that alumni are behind what the students are doing. For so far, he's not been able to establish whether any alumni is or has come out to instigate what the student did. So for him to come out to say that, I disagree with him. But immediately I call for the resignation of the VC. That's what I can say.
Thank you very much, Ronald, for calling us from Ajegano. Divine is calling from East Legon. Good morning, Divine.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm also fine.
Let's hear you.
So, first things first. This thing with the rioting and whatever, they were going for a peaceful demonstration initially, and it turned into something else.
Yeah.
So basically, the SRC body should be held responsible for that. That one aside.
Okay.
Now, let us look at this philosophically, from a human standpoint. Look, people are making statements that these people are students, are future leaders, they are educated, and look at what they are doing. You go to the USA, go to places where black people are oppressed. These are also educated people. When you see a black man shot in front of you by a white cop, trust me, you will get agitated, you will riot, and you will cause mayhem. You understand?
Okay.
These things have not been approached in the right way. When I was going to the University of Ghana level 100, and they were changing the grading system, it only affected the new students. It didn't affect the continuing students because they knew that changing things radically will cause problems. So you do it strategically and gradually. That is how you go about things. These people have been in a hall where it has always been a male hall. Whether it is their decision or the school's decision, it has always been like that. And they have grown accustomed to a certain kind of living. You can't just get up and then make decisions and expect them not to react. This is what you do, and then you make knee-jerk decisions, and then it causes problems.
Thank you very much, Divine. He called from East Legon. Isaac is on the line from Abokobi. Good morning, Isaac.
Good morning, Didi. How are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
I'm enjoying God's grace.
We bless God.
Didi, some of us, education in this country is very, very paramount to us. And I think that our government should focus on developing the ideas that they have for education. And then also, the leaders of this institution could have prevented all these things from happening. When you go to other countries, we have these things there. There are halls that are all male halls. You could have even prevented this thing easily by admitting less males in other the mixed halls and then adding them to this hall so that it could have been solved. See, we have an association, Building Ghana Association. Education is very, very important to us.
Okay.
And I'm representing them. And we want the government to focus on developing the educational system rather than meddling in these affairs.
Okay.
Because it will not help us. We are doing things to destroy our education in this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isaac. You called from Abokobi. Claude is on the line. Good morning, Claude.
Yes, I'm back again.
Yes. So someone disagreed with you earlier.
Yes, and I wanted to clarify something. You know, the alumni held a press conference, and I remember very well they were saying that it's a mill hall. They had traditions that had to be maintained and all those things. But in a university, you don't stay there permanently. You stay there 3-4 years, you are out.
Yeah.
So what is about tradition? If the authorities have made it a mill hall, like I said earlier on, they have the right to make any amendments or changes if they feel at any time they want to do. They should be allowed to do it. You know, I don't think anybody should come and interfere with the administration of the university, even though students can be involved.
Okay.
The authorities have the right to do those changes to benefit the whole country.
Right. Thank you very much, Claude, for calling us from Tema. 7 minutes past 8 on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. We will be taking these important messages when we come back. Chief Moment has joined us in studio. Chief, good morning.
Good morning.
Chief has been very vocal on these issues on social media. So have a number of other persons. So we'll be speaking to Chief in a moment, but when we return from these messages, we will be taking you straight to KNUST campus to establish exactly what has happened this morning. As we know, there has been a curfew declared, so students could only come out some 2 hours ago when it was 6 a.m. Also, students have till midday to vacate campus if they are Ghanaians. That's the majority of the students on KNUST campus. We'll be finding out how they're holding up when we come back from these messages. Stay with us.
I need a bank account for my sister to transfer money into for my mother's sickness, and you are saying let's talk?
Oh, sweetheart.
Hello, Daddy. This is Kwame.
Kwame, is everything all right? It's your son, Kwame. Let me put him on loudspeaker, eh?
Oh, Daddy, everything's okay. I'm just calling to remind you of my school fees. It seems you forgot to know.
You know what? I will let Alote bring it to you at the school on Monday.
But Daddy, please send it through my GT bank account.
Hey, Kwame, where did you get the money to open a bank account?
Oh, Mommy, I don't have a password. But with GT Bank, all I have to do is dial *737*1#. I answer a few questions, and my account number is ready. I own a bank account even without one CD. Daddy, this one here is special.
Do you mean if I dial *737*1# on my phone, I'll be able to open an account with GT Bank?
Yes, Daddy.
Hey, this is special.
Hey, Daddy, please tell Mommy to also open an account with GT Bank.
Kwame, I've already opened the account. We will talk later, okay? Bye.
Pick your phone and dial *737*1# and you are through. You don't need any money. Call us on toll-free 0800-124-000. Guaranteed Trust Bank. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
Abeku,
my dear,
my business way dear. We use more data than voice calls, but this by force bundler my network gives me dear. I need flexibility. You trying to grow my business?
Then move to Vodafone Smart Business. It's a flexible mobile package for business that allows you to be your own boss.
But how?
You decide how much data, foreign or local call bundles your business needs.
Isa,
Annie, move your business into the future with Vodafone Smart Business and enjoy rollover of unused data to save your company money.
I see.
Whatever the style of your business, Vodafone Smart Business has the solution for you. Call 030-233-4040 or visit www.vodafone.com.gh/business/smart business for more details. The future is exciting. Ready?
Would you buy a blade that doesn't cut? How about a freezer that doesn't cool enough to freeze? And what of medicine that wouldn't cure you or take your pain away?
No way.
So why would you buy a mattress that does not provide you with good quality sleep and rest? As humans, we spend about a third of our lives in bed. Since you are going to spend that much time, wouldn't you rather be lying on a mattress that is clean and just right for your body? Be smart. Treat yourself well.
Don't spend 1/3 of your life sleeping on the wrong mattress. Or else, you do yourself. Latest Foam, your partner for life.
Nationwide Medical Insurance, the leader in private health insurance, has deployed superior technology to make your healthcare experience more convenient and exciting. With the Nationwide mobile app, you can order your prescription drugs and we will deliver to your doorsteps. With over 600 dependable healthcare service providers, you're just a step away locating your service provider of choice and accessing hospital claim information in real time. Our corporate clients are guaranteed timely corporate utilization reports. We provide on-site clinics to give employees access to healthcare in the comfort of their offices. Enjoy these amazing benefits and so much more by signing on to Nationwide Medical Insurance today. Call us on toll-free number 0800-222222 or visit our website www.nationwidemh.com. Nationwide Medical Insurance. Join the healthcare family.
Hi, Edward. What's wrong?
Who hurt?
What?
Who hurt?
A toothache? That's bad. It means you have a hole in your tooth because you haven't been brushing your teeth with toothpaste.
Why?
My mom says you need to brush with Colgate toothpaste twice a day. It now comes in a small 12-gram sachet, and at 50 pesos, everyone can smile about it.
Oh.
Colgate. Bright smiles, bright future.
It's a new day. I want you to first think big, not small. Think of how great we can be when we work together. Together, we can ensure that our hard work will provide a better future. Together, we can provide a foundation for you and your business to succeed, regardless of its size. Together, we can create opportunities for all. Bank with us today and let's journey forward together. Forward together. Cowbank, forward together.
The other day, as I was in my kitchen preparing my special jollof made with lily rice for my family, I heard a knock at the door. It was my mechanic. Instead of calling me to pick my car, he brought it himself. I said, "Cho," he said, "F-O." I said, "Take the car back. I will come and pick it myself." As I turned off the fire from under the lily jollof, there was another knock at the door. It was my neighbor. I said, neighbor. He said, "F-O, my dog has jumped your wall again, oh." I said, "Don't be silly. You don't have a dog." My wife and kids came home, and we saw that he enjoyed. Cho, it was my pastor. He said, "Bless you." I said, "Bless you too." He said, "Did he come to church on Saturday?" I said, "Acho, but why are you coming to tell me this on Wednesday?"
Having to fend off visitors at mealtimes because of Lele's tasty aromatic rice? Celebrate every mealtime by sharing with friends and family near or far. Lele. Tasty food, happy family.
Acho.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Food and Drugs Authority.
It's time to own a hotel-inspired apartment near Accra Mall and switch on your urban life with a cool price starting from 315,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, you heard me. Choose our market-leading studio, 1, 2, or 3-bedroom apartment from Oasis Park Condominium at Tetekwashi and enjoy urban resort life. For this and more, call Evelyn on 0204 343 011 or Kojo on 0204 343 008. This is another catered development by CPL Developers. CPL Developers, built for life.
How well do you know the Achimota Retail Center? Win fantastic prizes weekly. Prizes weekly after answering all the questions correctly. The ultimate prize of the 125cc Yamaha motorbike is up for grabs in our final trivia game on 24th of November. Achimota Retail Center.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
15 minutes to the top of the hour here. 15 minutes past the hour, I should say, here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Daniel Dazi. We just gave you the first word on the riots that just occurred at KNUST. Very interesting, balanced thoughts coming from all of you. People saying that, look, the authorities are wrong. The authorities have pushed the students to the brink. Others are also saying the students are being terrorists and are being barbaric. Your comments are still welcome on Twitter at Joy997FM, on Facebook, Joy99.7 FM is the page. Our WhatsApp number is 0244 340 437. Shortly, we will be going to Kumasi to get the latest from our man in the ground, Erastus Asare Donko. Let me wish a happy birthday to Basanio Kwame JB of EcoBank, Eric Osiakwine as well, and Belinda Notte, Mrs. Belinda Notte, and also to Benjamin Adadivo. Happy birthday to all of you. But cowbell will be in the sky with a glowing hot air balloon in a community next to you. The amazing part is you could be the one flying in that balloon and it's absolutely free. Now that's cowbell in the sky. If you want to know more about flying in this balloon, stay tuned into your favorite radio station, Joy 99.7 FM. And you can get onto Cowbell's Facebook, Instagram and Twitter page at Cowbell Ghana. Okay, so Erastus Asaridonko is on the line with us now. Good morning, Erastus.
Yeah, good morning.
So where are you now? What's the situation there?
Well, I'm in front of the Continental Hall, that's Conti, and quite an activity here this morning. Lots of students picking bag and baggage, standing in front of the hall. The various commercial transport operators are also taking advantage of the situation. Lots of VIP buses parked here, trying to cash in on the students who are going home. So lots of activity right here. Students trying to meet the deadline that by midday they should be out of here. So all you see are students trooping in from the various halls with their baggages, leaving the halls. Some of them trying to get vehicles. Some parents who have also taken the pain to drive here to pick their wards. That is what is happening. But I have a student here. Let me have a chat with him briefly to gauge the mood they are in. Good morning.
Good morning.
How do you see all this? How are you soaking all that has happened?
Okay, me personally, it's like I'm happy and then also sad at the moment, because the reason why I'm happy is because a message has been sent to the school. The students have had enough since last semester from the brutality from the security men. But then the things they destroyed is nothing good to write home about. I don't really like that part. But then the moment you have a VC who wants to always impose things on you, there will be a time when you have enough and you surely fight back.
When you say impose things on you, he is the administrator of the university. He has to ensure that things go on well. When you say impose things on you, how do you mean?
Okay, this is what I mean. Okay, you know, we have an SLC, okay, who also have the interest of the students at heart. But then the moment them seem powerless and them don't even listen to our cry, it means there is no school, because it's the students who make up the school.
Okay, so we are talking about brutalities and all that. Is this something that is true? How are you molested on campus?
It's very true. Now, at times, I think the security men are like robots, because once you tell them do that, no matter who you are, and then they don't even respect you, the students. They will talk anyhow to you, beat you anyhow. Even our last SCT service, they said morale is allowed in the school. But then last Friday at Katanga, they were having a morale, and then they actually took up one student and then beat him badly. And then that's not so right.
So that is why you support this whole cause?
I'm not in full support of it, because the thing was a peaceful one, but then some people actually joined and then spoiled everything. So now, I don't know whether we've sent a good message out there.
Yeah. So it wasn't meant to be. It is.
No. It wasn't meant to be all this vandalism and all. It was meant to be a peaceful one. But then things, people lost their temper and then lost control of things, and then all this happened.
Okay. Well, so Daniel, there are so many of these students who share this particular view, and there are some who think that going home at this time when they were supposed to have midterm exams is indeed it will affect them, because when they come back they might not do the midterm, they will go straight to final exam, and if you fail, it means that by 100% you failed, and that is what many of them are worried about.
Have you come across any students who are refusing to leave?
I wouldn't say so, because all the students I'm seeing now are leaving campus. In fact, everybody is packing bag and baggage. You could see the brisk nature with which people are wheeling their luggages up and down and getting out of campus. So, well, there are some students I could see also on the balcony up there who, as if nothing is also happening, also up there. But let me find out from you. You are with Conti. Are there students who have made up their minds that they are not leaving by the 12 midday deadline?
Actually, every student on campus is supposed to leave, and then we've all agreed to leave because we don't want any security personnel to actually do something bad to us again. Now we are afraid because the way things have gone, if we stay, I'm sure things will be so bad for us. So we are all leaving.
Well, so yeah, you had a student there. Quite a movement, lots of vehicles on campus, lots of vehicles. I mean, commercial vehicles, people are driving in to pick their awards, lots of activity, people carrying their luggage, a brisk movement of students in and out. That is what is happening at the moment on KNUST campus.
Are there any security personnel there?
Lots of them, Daniel. I must say, in the night before we left to go and sleep, there were about 30 armed police and military men who were supposed to keep the curfew in the night. This morning, I have seen Operation Calm Life vehicles, some designed in military colors, some designed in police colors, with armed police and military men patrolling the various streets on campus. And so, yes, security is very high here. We have lots of security men who are patrolling the campus and ensuring that the midday deadline is met and all that RESEC has put in place, the curfew and all, is obeyed by each and every student.
Have you seen any of the hall executives since you got there?
In fact, none of the hall executives are available at the moment, but I've seen the university relations officer who is currently here to ensure that things go on smoothly. I'm trying to move over to him to have a word with him, but no hall executives at the moment. When you enter the Continental Hall, for example, the Porter's Lodge has been completely vandalized. There was an electronic equipment which allowed people to be able to slot in a card and like a security measure enter. They've broken all of it. So it's total chaos over there. But the hall executives are not available. The porters are also not available here at the moment.
Right, Erastus, try and make your way to the university relations officer. I'll leave you on with production, and then when we have him, we'll come back to you. Thanks for now. We'll come back to Erastus when he has the university relations officer with him, so we can speak with him a bit further. But we still have with us in the studio Chief Moment. Chief, first of all, thanks for your patience for staying with us for so long. The students that we spoke to said two things. He said he was in support of the demonstration. The sentiments are right, but the students took it too far, and he has mixed feelings. Does that mirror what you how you feel? Okay, Chief, give us a second, and let's go and speak with the university relations officer who we have now on the line. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Okay, let me come to Chief Moment now to take his opening comments on this matter. Chief.
I mean, I think that first of all, any right-thinking person would condemn the violence that we saw yesterday. I mean, of course, people have the right to express their displeasure at anything that is hampering their progress, but to go out there and vandalize university properties that probably inure to your own benefit is not the right thing to do. And I've heard a lot of condemnation by people and by students. That said, though, we must also understand the factors that might have led to that riot, because riots of this nature always have the tendency to escalate, and that escalation can lead to the destruction of properties. So you don't want to be creating the conditions for such riots to take place in the first place.
Okay.
And my reading is that the university created those conditions, and they failed in their duties, and they pushed the students to the wall, and that resulted in the unfortunate implosion that we saw yesterday.
Let's find out what the university authorities think about what you're seeing right now, because Erastus Asare-Donkor is standing by now with the university relations officer. Erastus.
Yeah, Daniel.
Right, take us away.
University Relations Officer, Mr. Kwame Abua Jr. here with me. Let me first find out how was the curfew so far, per your assessment and what you've been briefed.
Good morning. I think it went very well. The security services on campus did their best, and the students, on the other hand, also did what was expected of them. So there wasn't any single incident. So it went very well.
What is going to happen right from now till midday?
Right from now till midday, we're going to supervise the smooth exit of our students. I hope nobody is going to be put under any inconvenience, even though it's a short notice. We are hoping that all of the students would prepare, get themselves ready to leave. And what I can assure all of them is nobody is going to subject anybody into any inconvenience regarding this decision for them to go home. But what we are also expecting of them is to also go by the directive and get themselves ready and leave for home.
The deadline is midday. By midday, what is going to happen? A student is still on campus.
Well, we'll look at the cases as it comes up. But what I can say is the security people are beings. We are with them, and we know what we are doing. It's not to put unnecessary burden or pressure on anybody. The idea is to further save what we have, and so property and possible, and then life also. We feel it is the interest of everyone for them to exit, to go home, whilst as management of the things are worked out for them to return as soon as possible.
Now, we are learning that Education Minister is supposed to visit campus today. There's supposed to be a stakeholder meeting on this. Can you confirm that? When is it going to happen? How is it going to happen?
That is true. We've heard word that the Minister for Education and National Security officials will be here. And the meeting will take place, I was told, about 10 o'clock or thereabout. So we are waiting for them to come for us to judge all and see how best.
Any hint of what will be on the agenda?
Definitely what has happened and the way forward, how things can be sorted out for normalcy to be retained.
Where is the Vice Chancellor at the moment?
The Vice Chancellor is around.
Is he around? Is he on campus?
He's on campus, yes. He's on campus.
In his office?
Just moved from the main administration. The chaos there is so much. As I was coming, he hadn't come yet, but I know for sure he'll come to the office because the meeting possibly will be held at the main administration.
Daniel, do you have any further questions, areas you want us to touch?
Yes, I would like to know, first of all, in the midst of this curfew, is everyone being prevented from coming on campus totally? What about those who may pass through campus, use it as a thoroughfare, for instance?
Well, so we want to know in the midst of the curfew and other things. I know some people, private people, use the university as a thoroughfare. What is going to happen to people who will be coming on campus?
I think that is no problem. Yesterday, we discussed that with the security. And I think this morning there hasn't been any incident. So I think it went well.
Okay.
They are aware. We have private people who use roads to wherever they are residing. So it's going to be snap checks. They ask, and if the reason you give is what we've discussed, they allow you to go. So it's really not a sticky point of concern. It's no problem.
Yes, Erastus, we also want to know.
Talking about is the way they've been treated by local security. They don't like it. The security people do not disregard them and treat them anyway. Is there going to be a review of things going forward?
All these concerns will be taken into account. I don't know the number of students you spoke to. You see, most of them is hearsay. If one person maybe undergoes some kind of unfortunate situation, they tell others, and then the multiple effects.
But then there is one person too much then.
Well, that is what you are saying. But you see, I know there may be bad nuts in every group of people. But all in all, I think the security of this university has worked under serious constraints, under serious provocation by some students. I'm not saying that is a license for anybody to molest anybody. No, that is not it. But as you said, a lot of things will be reviewed. And what is not right will be put right.
How does the Vice Chancellor see what went on yesterday? Feel about what went on?
Well, very sad, very devastated. I mean, all of us.
Okay, Erastus.
The way property was wantonly being destroyed. You ask yourself, are these students?
Does he feel responsible for that?
Why would he feel responsible? Why would he? I've said over and over the intention was so good. All the other halls were male halls. What is so special in having this particular hall being mixed? Things have gone on well with Unity Hall. This morale they are saying was banned. It's not banned. There was a security concern, so we said, hold on to that. But at a point in time, we said have it. They did. Unity Hall had it, no incident. University Hall had it, chaos. I hope you get it.
Yeah, that is where the student who was beaten, that triggered all this, happened. Why was he beaten then?
They wanted to have that event. Meanwhile, news information letters have been given them that please don't have it because of security concerns. They went ahead, propped up by an alumnus of the hall, bringing them drums and all that. The security couldn't watch. I mean, we operate under laws and rules. So the items were seized to the main security point. Some were arrested, including this alumnus who is creating a lot of problems. He is the agent doing all that. And then they were taken to the police. Some decided to return back to the hall to create problems. And they were also around, somewhere around about 3 or 4 to that place. And that student happened to be one of them. And yesterday, what happened? You saw the stone throwing. You saw it. There are a few miscreants who are doing that. You saw the extent of damage. So such situations have been what has been happening at that particular morale of the university. That is what they've been doing. So you see, the security, they are human. And you don't expect them to just be watching for them to be injured. They need to control it. And the information I have is, this student was injured by one of the pavement blocks because somebody was saying there are no stones here. It is right, but we have pavement blocks everywhere.
The pictures we see, he's having lots of on the head, perhaps indicating he might have been beaten.
We were in there. When a stone hits one's head, definitely there will be a bump. He also had a problem with the ear. We saw that. But you see, to draw a conclusion that the security personnel without provocation did beat this gentleman the way he did, inciting the public, inciting people against the university management because students have been sent to that hall. It's very, very unfortunate.
Well, Daniel, so I've been speaking with the relations of Mr. Kwame Abuah.
Erastus, I want to know, yes.
To Joel on?
Yes, I want to know, after Saturday's event, what did the university authorities do? Sorry, on Friday night's event, what did the university authorities do?
After that, we want to know what the university did after that incident.
Which is the Friday?
Yeah.
No, see, it happened on Friday and then Saturday. Saturday, the Vice Chancellor met the student body in his home. They had a very fruitful discussion. So this demonstration thing was a surprise to him when he was told that a word has gone out that they were going to have a demonstration. We were all taken aback. I was at Focus FM on Sunday. We spoke. The students raised concerns, particularly even with our buses, the way they are not respected by some drivers. And I decided to take it on and even said, please, they made a good suggestion that we should have an abuse desk. And I said, yes, the Dean of Students Office.
An abuse desk. So they did raise abuse concerns about the local security.
Yes, they did raise that. And these were things that were going to be discussed. I promise that my office can also be used as a place where concerns can be dropped through writing, so that we take those things up. So I never had a hint until I saw the message that there was going to be a demonstration, a peaceful one, but it turned out to be very violent.
I also want to find out, Erastus.
Perhaps you got the sentiment right, so you should have anticipated that something.
We've always been threatened. The threats are there. There is a text on my phone that you will see fire, and that was the fire we saw. That tradition was what we saw. Daniel.
Yes, if you can give Mr. Yeboah the phone for just a moment so that we can do this very quickly. Mr. Yeboah, Ms. Good one again, Mr. Yeboah. Great. I want to know all the allegations of abuse and brutality that were raised by the students. Were any of them investigated?
What did you say? Did any of them?
Were any of the allegations of abuse by the students investigated, including Friday?
Definitely. We wouldn't sleep over it. You see, the system we have here is such that committee would have to be set up. No one individual can just get up and say, go home. No.
And what was the conclusion?
By students. Committees are set up and the investigations are conducted. And whoever is found guilty is punished.
So were security personnel ever found guilty or penalized?
Some have been demoted. Some even have been asked to go home and all that. We take the consent seriously.
Have any security personnel been penalized after any of these investigations?
These incidents are quite recent. And as I indicated earlier, on Monday or yesterday, meetings were going to be held to discuss some of these things. The Friday thing. Every Monday, the head of security submits a citrus where the issues are discussed and then ways are found to ensure that things are resolved.
But you see, Mr. Yeboah, these issues have not been investigated yet. On Friday, and you mentioned that it's possible a pavement block or a stone was thrown. Are you not taking a position? Are you not prejudicing the investigation?
You see, before I to speak to you, there is a need to also debrief the security personnel, the head of security. I had an with him. So you hear all that is what is news that is going on around. Going to set up somebody whose back is bruised is shown out there as somebody being tortured here. This is not true, but you see they are out there. So I'm telling you what I have listened or what I've heard from my security head.
Is there any substance, in your view and in the university's position, is there any substance in the concerns these students have raised?
Definitely. You see, the students are our greatest customers. You see, we serve them. So why would their concerns not be ours? Their concerns are ours. And as I indicated earlier, the Vice-Chancellor had met the student leadership on Saturday, and they had stayed on till 11 o'clock in the evening, in the night, before they left.
That's fine.
The next day we had what we had.
That's fine. The students feel pushed to go to these lengths, even to destroy the property. They say that these were brought on by actions of the university. What's your direct response to that?
That what happened where
yes, these were brought on. Yes, where they were driven to that point by university authorities.
Of the students, and some of them were I don't know the word to use, but they thought, who did this? It wasn't us. We have information people were bused from elsewhere to this place. I mean, if you saw how they were behaving, I can tell you majority of them were not students.
Are you suggesting then that what happened yesterday does not represent or reflect the views of the students on campus?
But was that the appropriate response?
No, I'm asking a question, Mr. Yeboah. Do you feel that what happened yesterday appropriately reflects the views of students on campus?
We are always talking. You see, let's not forget that from the onset, the decision to send females there were threats all over. Even though the university has come out that the intention was good, this and that. But some people were still bent on saying, no, we wouldn't let it happen. And they took the law into their hands and did what they did.
Mr. Eboa, I asked first if you agree with the sentiment or disagree that the university drove the students to this point. And I also asked if you feel yesterday represented the views of students. Those two questions have not been addressed.
I don't think it reflected the views of the students. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, so in your view, the university enjoys a cordial relationship with the students on campus?
We've always had that. I mentioned, you can call the SRC president.
But Mr. Eboa, why then are you closing down the school now? If you don't have a problem with the students, why are you closing down the school?
No, you see, life and property were at risk. I don't know whether you saw the footages yesterday. We had marauders, people who invaded our campus.
Could we not have kept those people out and protected the students?
Pardon me?
Could we not have kept those people who invaded the campus out and protected the students? Why close the school down and halt the academics of those?
We have security around to protect them. We have security here to protect them.
Okay, so just to be clear, before we end the conversation, Mr. Eboa, you feel the university enjoys a cordial relationship with the students? The university, yes. Yesterday's demonstration does not reflect what happens on campus.
You cannot satisfy everybody. Even though some of these discussions will go on with students, you still find some people who will not be very happy with the situation.
Okay.
How we get it? But we have a cordial relationship with the students. They are represented on our committees. They are represented on our board, and we have this interaction, which anybody can deny.
Thank you very much, Kwame Eboa Jr. for joining us. He's University Relations Officer for the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. You also heard Erastus Asari Donko. He is a man in the Ashanti region. We're going to take these important messages when we come back. Chief Momen is still here, and also we've been joined by Nana Ej Blackie. He's the alumni coordinator for University Hall Alumni, who we call Katanga. Good morning, Nana.
Good morning.
How's everything?
Oh, by God's grace.
That's great.
We have life.
And we are glad.
Yeah.
Aren't we? Great. We're going to take these important messages. When we come back, we'll deal with the vexed issues. Stay with us. This is the Super Morning Show.
So, what's it like travelling with him?
Oh, Sarah, he's such a drama queen. First the hotel wasn't to his liking, then the opera seats were too far back. Ah, but he's very sweet and he treats me like a princess. Wait, can't he hear you? Oh, darling, I'm calling from my private suite. He can't hear a thing.
Experience ultimate privacy in a private suite when you fly Emirates First. Visit Emirates.com. Fly Emirates First and experience a new level of luxury.
Hello SMEs, Young CEOs and Entrepreneurs is the second Ghana SME and Young CEO Summit and Expo, a unique one-day world-class forum for knowledge gains on business scale-ups, corporate best practices, and expanding your network of top-level business contact, to be held on the 26th of November 2018 at the Kempinski Hotel, Accra. The theme, Corporate Leadership Governance, Strong Pillar for Business and Economic Growth. For registration, sponsorship, and corporate exhibition, visit GhanaSMECEOSummit.com or call 0546-391-970. The summit is powered by CEO Network Ghana and Deloitte.
Ghana has always suffered from internet disruptions. You've experienced it, and here is the unfortunate truth. Unreliable internet could cost Ghanaians and their businesses up to $6.3 million every day. Fortunately, here is another truth. YahClick, Africa's #1 internet service, connects via satellite, giving your business reliable internet connectivity every day. And it's now available in Ghana. YahClick, let's unlock your potential. Visit yahclick.com to know more. Information source, CIPIZA.
Buying a new car isn't just about the physical product.
It is decision made to achieve lasting peace of mind. The all-new Toyota Corolla with reinforced suspension, reliable engine performance, quiet cabin atmosphere, stability and superior maneuvering is your smart choice. Be smart. Stay ahead of your peers with the all-new Toyota Corolla. Whether it is the 1.6 liters or the 1.8 liters automatic, you get maximum fuel economy because the Toyota Corolla has been redesigned to give you extra mileage and deliver the best driving experience. Want more? Take advantage of our huge discounts promo this season by visiting any of our showrooms or call 0302-910-204 now. Make that smart decision. Think economy. Think value for money. Toyota Corolla, your dependable partner for life.
There is a bank in town, solid and strong, giving you the service you desire. It's Commerce Savings and Loans. We give you financial security you deserve through our Susu account, church account, fixed account, kiddie account, and many more. Our GD loan for churches, asset finance, federal loans, and others have interest rates that are perfect for any pocket. At Commerce Savings and Loans, we make life convenient for you. Make payments on all mobile network, pay for DSTV, mobile money, TV license, and many others. Call us on 0302-767-827 or 667-783. Commerce Savings and Loan. We offer you a relationship beyond.
With Melcom, you need to be ever ready all day, anytime. At Melcom, we love to see you shop for quality, save more, and shop again. Oh yeah, it's the Melcom Fire and Ice promotion. And you, Melcom the full rabbit to me, a friend of Fire and Ice promotion. Enjoy deals up to 20% on our entire range of refrigerators, chest freezers, and gas cookers in all Melcom shops nationwide. Melcom Fire and Ice promotion has over 400 items on display, and it's all just for you to purchase and save more. Hurry, don't be left out. Take this opportunity to get more discounts. Visit any of our Melcom branches nationwide and enjoy the best. Melcom, where Ghana shops.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Super Morning Show.
10 minutes to the top of the hour here on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. I am Daniel Dazi. Thanks for joining us. If you just came, you've missed quite a conversation we had with the University Relations Officer of the University of the KNUST, Kwame Yeboah Jr. He says in no uncertain terms that they've been investigating issues of brutality and what have you that students have brought up. Actions have been taken in the past. He says the university has enjoyed cordial relations with the students. He points to alumni and persons who are not in the school who, quote, were invading the campus and marauding the place. The closure of KNUST is to protect those students who really have no problem. I'm here in the studio with Chief Moman, and he's a former student leader himself, and he's been speaking quite strongly on this thing on social media. And AJ Blackie is also a member of the Katanga Alumni Coordinating Team, who's being currently, the Katanga alumni are currently being accused of being behind all of this. Text messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by Afrodan. Your back must last you a lifetime, and Glyco Travel Insurance Policy. We cushion you for life. Anyway, bring us a few of those messages.
Okay, Daniel, just 1 second. Right, I'm going to start from the top. So Walanyo in Akwetia says the management of the KNUST has failed incompetently. The leadership of their failure is incompetent. The leadership of the KNUST could have avoided this unnecessary mayhem. In as much as I condemn brutality, vandalism, destruction, and any form of misbehavior from the tech students, if you will just bear with me, it is just a negligent and commonsensically anticipated acts that could have been dealt with amicably. That's from Walanyo. Tafa says, this morning I felt very bad because my daughter, who's a student of tech, has been punished by sending her home for someone's wrongdoing. Can't the school authorities and the security agencies who were there whilst the vandalism was going on identify those students who vandalized the school properties and punish them individually and allow the innocent ones to continue with their studies? Now my daughter has been asked to go home for doing nothing wrong.
Tweet at us as Joy997FM. Send us a message 0244 340 437. Go on our Facebook page Joy99.7 FM. Happy birthday to Mrs. Otema Labi Amwa of FBN from your sister G. Enjoy your day. Now, of course, Afrodan is offering you today the most comfortable chair in the world, the Nightingale Extreme Comfort Chair. It has over 10 thoughtfully engineered features, especially customized for health and comfort. So go to Afrodan on the first floor of the Swansea Shopping Arcade and feel this chair. You will be amazed. Kingdom Books Stationery also offers a 30-day credits facility with no interest charge and free delivery within Accra, Tema and surrounding towns. So call us on 0302 764 101 or 762 307 or visit kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books and Stationery, your number one stop shop for all office essentials, stationery and furniture. Let me begin with Nana. We've not heard you on this matter. In the first place, the university authorities believe that it's alumni who are behind this, and really, the students otherwise may not have had much of a problem with this. What do you make of this allegation?
Let me first of all start by saying that the Katanga alumni condemns all that went on and went into the excesses. And whilst we agree with the students protesting and ensuring that their right is attended to, we condemn all those acts of vandalism that went on yesterday. But I'm saddened because I thought we had moved on from the point that has led us here. But the university authorities seem to be going by the same mode they had used previously, which hasn't worked for them. Now there's an issue, and instead of you finding out the true cause of it or addressing the issues of the students, you jump to telling the world that Katanga alumni is behind it. And in certain contexts, he was clear in saying that we bashed people from Accra and all that. I mean, it's very sad because these are not light matters that you do PR with. To want to talk through and then exhaust your time, and you think Ghanaians would just take it.
Is that what you think the university authorities are doing PR?
That is exactly what it is. Because, you know, this isn't a light issue at all. We're talking about student lives. We're talking about property. And what went on in KNUST yesterday is something that every Ghanaian must bow their head in shame. And especially the authorities. We must all bow our heads in shame because it affects us all. And why I say it's PR, you could easily verify, you journalists and the authorities themselves, if truly people were bashed from Accra. And in any case, as serious as this matter is, the security apparatus, I'm sure within a matter of 2-3 hours, could ascertain whether it was the case or not. So if you go out there to blame it on Katanga by way of convenience, then things normalize. Okay. And then we are back to the root of the problem not having been addressed. And I find that very sad because this has been their approach to this right from day one.
Let me ask a question. What is day one for this for you? Where did this start from?
All right. Referring to this particular semester, you know that university decided to send females to join the gentlemen in Katanga
and
then
in
Unity
Conti.
Hall. Yes. So I mean, that's what I refer to.
Okay.
As,
Okay.
day one.
I just wanted to get that clarity. Chief, I'm coming to you on this because the University Relations Officer mentions that there was an incident on Friday night. The VC met with students on Saturday. They were willing to accommodate the demonstration. They had scheduled to meet with them, and this is what we know. They had scheduled to meet with them after the demonstration. This happens. Can we still say that the university authorities were not relating with the students well?
I mean, of course. I mean, he's speaking on behalf of the university, so his job is to make sure the university looks as good as possible. And we might not be, we might not know the details of what happened, but this is what we know. We know that today students are packing out of the university campus. We know that yesterday there was a major demonstration that led to destruction and vandalism of properties. And now we connect it all the way back to the remote cause. And the cause was the processes the university took in trying to mix Conti and Katanga. So as we say in Twi, because now your university has become ungovernable. Now you are sending your student home, which is really bad and sad. So the decision that you took and how you implemented it, on hindsight, are you proud? Because anybody who took an intelligent analysis of the situation could have predicted from that day one that if care is not taken, this was going to implode. And some of us were getting signals that KNUST was becoming a police state, because this Ghana, we have this macho mentality, people who are in authority, and we don't really even see that in KNUST. We see it within our military, within our police, where citizens are brutalized and go scot-free. That impunity, it is that same sense of impunity that the security in KNUST were operating with. The whole idea that university say more students won't get wine. That was the mentality. And we had several reports that the university were brutalizing students, were malhandling students over and over again. So any watcher of the situation knew that it was just a matter of time. And when those pictures came out, that was on Friday or so, when those pictures started coming out, people started saying that, hey, if you people are not careful, this will turn into something else. And that is exactly what we saw. Anybody who understands how student demonstrations work, and this is not, please, let's establish this. This is not the first time that demonstrations have, result into excesses. Those in university management today, I believe when they were students, they participated in things like this. Those who are students today, if we do not change the system, once they become university managers, they will also be complaining about the actions of students.
I'm glad you've used that expression, if we do not change the system, because we want to move on to see how this can be resolved amicably. But let me ask, and taking you back to this day one we agree on, the change of university and Unity Hall to mixed halls, do you think it was form or substance? Was it the way it was done or the fact that it was done that was wrong?
I think it was much ado about nothing to start with. The university gave the excuse.
What was much ado
yes,
about?
Because the university gave the excuse that they were trying to make spaces for females, right? So it's just absolutely not true. Now, this is my reading of the situation. Over the years, Katanga and Conti has been the melting pot of student activism in KNUST, where that resultant excesses. So the people there, the boys there, are seen as boisterous, they are seen as overzealous, and sometimes they reach beyond, their limits. So the university has been looking for ways and means to control the hall, to make it more dormant and domicile and inactive. And in their minds, by changing it from a traditional all-male hall to a mixed hall, by introducing the women, and I think this is even a rebuke of feminism, by introducing the women, because why? Women are they are the docile ones, they are the quieter ones, they are the weaker sex, in quote, in quote, in quote. So by introducing the women, I believe their thinking was that they can change the DNA of the hall and reduce its activism and how it's boisterous. That is their thinking. That's the only thing they wanted to achieve. They wanted to kill the spirit of Conti and Katanga.
That's your view of
that
what
is my view. That's why I keep on
achieve.
saying that that's my view.
Of course.
Because
so my question here is that that decision that was wrong, or the way they did this that
First
was
of
wrong?
all, I feel that decision was not
in the first place.
Was never
not
made.
and I'll come to you.
The excuse also was not necessary, and so those are the two things. And even the way it was implemented, because the university feels that okay, we are the ones in charge, we are the ones who have the authority. This is what we want to do. Who are the students to determine otherwise? And they should have taken a cue from what happened in Legon when Legon wanted to change Commonwealth Hall, and it didn't happen. And they should
come to that. We'll come to that in a moment, Chief Moment. But you're still listening to the Super Morning Show. I'm here with Nana Blackie. He is a member of the Katanga Alumni Coordinating Team. Chief Moment is with us as well. He is a former student leader at University of Ghana, Legon. We are sharing perspectives of what has happened in KNUST so far. This is where we've reached in the discussion. First of all, we've come to a consensus on where all of this started, which is the decision to convert 2 halls in KNUST to mixed halls. I'm sure a lot of people can trace this back to that point. We are trying to move on to look at that decision in particular, whether it was wrong, and then what was done, how it was done, whether that was wrong, and then we'll see if we can fashion out a solution from that. But we'll also have a number of other persons joining us on the phone. Elder Amos Kevin Annan, who is councillor, would also be joining us on phone as well. We'll take the Joy Business Minutes now, and when we come back, we'll continue. Stay with us.
Karen and Daryl here with the latest
on the Joy Business Minute.
Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is leading a government delegation to a 2-day investment summit in London. The program, put together by the Ghana High Commission in the UK in partnership with the Ghana Investment Promotion Centre, is aimed at exploring investment opportunities in that country.
Barring any last-minute changes, the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta is likely to present the 2019 budget to Parliament on November 15. Meanwhile, hoteliers are asking for a cut in taxes in the next budget.
The government has announced plans to establish a national cybersecurity authority to regulate the activities of stakeholders in the digital space. This is part of new model to enhance the fight against cyber fraud.
And Chinese President Xi Jinping has officially opened the world's longest sea crossing bridge 9 years after construction first began. The bridge spans 55 kilometers and connects Hong Kong to Macau. The bridge has cost about $20 billion.
Wow, that's so amazing!
Simply amazing!
Her name is Faye. The first time we met, I knew she was way ahead of her time. She gets me, you know. She watches my back and even covers my blind spots with her blind spot collision warning system. We're safe. No strings attached with her wireless device charging, and that is very convenient. My eyes are always on the road when we ride because Faye has heads-up display. And boy, does she run smooth. I feel like she was made specially for me. Get a taste of the future. The all-new 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe. Now available at Auto Plaza Limited, the home of Hyundai. Call us now on 0240-065-030 or visit our showroom at Auto Plaza, Nahia House on the Kanishi Odoko Road, next to Fisherman's House building at the Dansoman Hansonic traffic light. Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities.
I am Dr. Acacia. Acacia gives your workers the best customer service and treatment options when the need arises, keeping them healthier and more productive for your business. Acacia Health Insurance. We place value on those you value.
Have you heard about Laminine capsules? The cellular nutrition that repairs damaged cells, tissues, and nerves. Laminine makes damaged cells work once again and slows down signs of aging by providing the raw ingredients necessary to promote growth. Laminine contains fibroblast growth factor and all 22 amino acids and phytoprotein that help in the cell, tissue, and organ repair processes. Laminine is listed in a 2016-2017 Physicians Dex reference. For distribution, contact Living Lives Organic Healthcare on 0248-881-101 or 0200-891-949. Not to be taken by children under 12 years old. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Food and Drugs Authority.
Hey man, did you see Suarez's dive?
Wow!
How about PK's tackle?
Wow!
I know, wow!
Everyone is speaking GoTV Wow now. Simply pay your monthly subscription before the due date on GoTV Plus to get all La Liga and all Serie A games for a week on us. Now, that's GoTV Wow rewarding you for your loyalty. Also stay connected non-stop for 3 months and get monthly mobile airtime on us. Visit GoTVAfrica.com for more info. GoTV. Live it, love it.
Honey, I'm off and I just grabbed Delaire. Make sure you grab some for the kids too. With new Delaire fruit yogurt, you need more and more. Delaire fruit yogurt, deliciously creamy and thick. It comes in fruit cocktail, strawberry, vanilla, and natural flavors. Adults like Delaire yogurt. Kids love Delaire fruit yogurt. Contact Soticam Ghana Limited, located at Manette Junction off the Spintex Road. Call 0554-018-894. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
LPG,
is a safe source of energy, only when used right. Do not neglect any safety tips when using LPG. Smell and check for gas leakage before using your stove. When you smell gas, ventilate the room. Do not turn electrical switches on or off. This could spark a fire. Extinguish all naked flame and immediately call a qualified technician to service your stove. Use soapy water to check for gas leakage. When bubbles appear, you have a leak. Check your hose regularly for cracks and change hose at least once in 2 years. Always light your match before you turn on your gas cooker. Always keep your regulator off when not in use. A message from the National Petroleum Authority.
Ghana is ready to host the rest of Africa for the 11th edition of the Total CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations, starting from the 17th of November to the 1st of December 2018, right here in Ghana. Who takes the trophy home? Would it be the Black Queens of Ghana, or the Phoenix of Algeria, or the Lionesses of Cameroon, or the Lang National of Equatorial Guinea? Are you rooting for the Les Aiglonets of Mali, or the Super Falcons of Nigeria, or the Bayana Bayana of South Africa, or the She Polo Polo of Zambia? Come cheer your team on and lift flags high as we enjoy the games. Total CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations Tournament, Ghana 2018. Proud of our own.
Super Morning Show.
Seven minutes past 9 on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. Nanije Blackie is here. Chief Moment is here. I am Daniel Daze. Dela Jejenyo is also here. And we'll also be speaking with Maxwell AJ. He's the assistant PRO, or the Maxwell Dankwa, sorry. He's the PRO for the KNUST SRC. And before we speak to our friends here with us, Orca Deco is 15 years. Come celebrate Orca at 15 with us, because it's discount for everyone every day on everything you buy for Orca's birthday celebration. To enjoy your discount, simply spin the Orca wheel in our showrooms. The Orca Spin the Wheel gives you the chance to get up to a whopping 15% off on everything you buy. That is up to 15% discount on all furniture and fine household items, whether it's that matching dinner set you want, comfortable bedding and living room furniture, one of a kind toys your kids will go gaga for, or decorative items. You can get it all at Orca. Locate Orca showrooms at Spintex Road, Accra and Asokwa, opposite the Guinness Ghana Breweries, Kumasi. You can also visit our website orcadeco.com.gh or our Facebook page Orca Deco Ghana for more information. Think home, think Africa. Now, the British Council invites you to Partner Schools Global Network. Learn more events to get up-to-date information about Cambridge Assessment International Education Curriculum for Cambridge Primary, Lower Secondary, IGC, SEO and A-Levels, and how you can introduce it in your school. You would have the opportunity to ask all your questions if you're in Accra. Come over on the 23rd of October 2018 to the British Council Accra. If you're in Kumasi on the 25th of October 2018 at the British Council Kumasi, time is 10 a.m. To attend, contact Raphael Anderson 026-379-1447 in Accra, or Elizabeth Yemofio 056-002-7832 in Kumasi, or just call the British Council office on 030-261-0090 to reserve your seat. I'm coming back to my friends in studio. Chief, so you were on the point of the fact that it was a decision to change the halls that has brought about all this. My question is it so bad in the first place? In should I say better countries, we don't even have all single-sex halls, whether it's all male or all female in the first place.
When I was in the university, I was in a Kwafu hall. That's my hall of affiliation, which is a mixed hall. I don't have any fanatical attachment to single-sex halls, but so it's not like I believe there should be single-sex halls or there shouldn't be. But why do you go looking for solutions where problems do not exist? If the university management want to change the halls, it should be based on something solid, not something as flimsy, I believe, as trying to douse the activism of the hall. And as they stand, they have not presented any compelling argument that demonstrates why they have to change it. And even if they want to change it, that's why nowadays the world is talking about emotional intelligence. You don't just have to have practical knowledge and intelligence. You also have to be able to size the other softer angles of the issues. A university tried to do it, it didn't work well. What are the likely issues we are going to face? And you know that there are people who have strong attachment to these traditions, justifiably so or not. And if you want to implement a decision like this, was this the right way to go about it? Did you have to lord yourself over the student? Did it have to be like, okay, we are management, this is the decision that we want to take, and if you either take it or you just back away? And I believe that even the strategy of changing these halls, to even sound Machiavellian, they could have even found a way, if this is really what they wanted to do, to make this a long-term facing issue, not something instantaneous. And the decision could have even come from the halls itself. If I were in the university management, I'll be dealing with alumni. I'll be trying to talk to them and trying to let them even start bringing up the idea, why don't we open our midst and even make it more, in quotes, inclusive by bringing females? And the idea would have started from there. It would have gone to the student body, and before you realize, they would have even been advocating for it. So it
there
would
was
be like
also a problem with the approach.
Yes, of course, and that has always been the issue with the way we manage educational institutions in this country. And for me, before I even, because that's one of the things I'm passionate about, I think we have to ask ourselves what kind of Ghanaians we want to produce. What kind of citizens do we need to be able to develop this country? And you and I will agree that because of the problems that we face, we need people who are activists, we need people who are bold, we need people who are fearless, people who can confront the system. Now, the question we have to ask ourselves is that, is our educational institutions producing these kinds of citizens? And I beg to differ. I think that the average Ghanaian student is not bold. He or she is not fearless. The person cannot express themselves. So what do you see? When we find ourselves in places of work, we can challenge authorities there. We can challenge our bosses. We can challenge our political leaders because we feel that these people are gods. Because the idea of leadership in our part of the world is a deification. So the boss, the politician is a big man. He's a boss. He's a god. Your DC is a god, your boss is a god. So you're even afraid to confront the system. So if we don't have people with the necessary gravitas to be able to confront the system, how do we deal with issues of, corruption? How do we deal with issues of mismanagement? How do we even deal with basic issues like littering the environment?
But Chief, have we spoken to university authorities? I'm coming to you in Aneje. We've heard this repeatedly that we were engaging with students. We were having conversations with them. And we still say that the university was shoving something down the students' throats. Nana?
That's completely false. Probably you should have asked them which groups of students they were engaging. Did that include the alumni? Did that include...
But the alumni are not students.
No, but we are all stakeholders. That's the point that we seem to miss.
Important stakeholders for that matter.
That's the point that is here. And even you go to other jurisdictions and you realize that the universities or the institutions' development mostly depend on the alumni. Because, after they have gone through these institutions, they go out there to serve as ambassadors and then eventually bring back in investments. So, like Chief was saying, the approach has always been wrong. But what makes this much more disappointing is the fact that this is a university institution. And if the approach had been that from a very remote village, whereby they definitely must shove something down the throats of their subjects or those they serve, one will probably have understood. But in KNUST, there's a department of planning, which I was. And it tells you even how to implement policies.
What should have been done in your view?
Engagement.
It should
and you see, no one, and they seem to always give the impression that the males or Katangis are against women. That seemed to be their trump card that they would want to use the public against us. But you could also have radical ladies who are, and in fact, we need a lot more of these ladies in the system.
Nana, it looks to me like that no matter how much alumni and students had been engaged, you would never have agreed with this conversion of halls to mixed.
We didn't have the opportunity, so you can't conclude on that. But then let me go back to the issues. There was a question I would have loved you asked the PR or the university through the PR. These brutalities had started as far as about 2 months ago. And I'm saying this on authority because virtually every week, the alumni is called upon to go back to Kumasi to join our colleagues there to bail students from the police cells, virtually every week for the past 2 months. And you may ask if there has ever been a time where the university, probably through the dean of students or the relevant office, even goes to these police cells to check up on the students who are under them.
Have they ever even apologized? Ever?
Even before getting to apology, on all these occasions that we've gone back to bail these students, they are on their own. So the university security, which the authority has empowered and emboldened so much, grabs them, hands them over to the Tech police station, police, and that's the end of it.
Why are they arrested in the first place? Do you ever ask?
Okay. As we said right from the very beginning, they must enforce this at all means and at all cost.
Enforce what?
Enforce Katanga and Unity must kowtow to this decision of bringing in ladies. So each Friday when they go to hold their morals, the security pounces on them. And this leads to arrest. And that was what caused what happened, what triggered this protest on Monday. What happened on Friday, which I believe you've seen most of the videos and pictures. And the university is still taking the same approach by denying and coming up with these funny stories.
Okay, hold on for me for a moment. Maxwell Dankwa is PRO of the SRCK NUST. Good morning, Maxwell. Thanks for joining us on the Super Morning Show.
Good morning. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be on your show this morning. We are grateful.
It's great to have you with us. Now, in the first place, the University Relations Officer tells us on this platform that what happened on Monday may not be entirely representative of how the students feel. Of course, I know that not every student can think the same, but how would you judge the general mood of campus regarding university students' relations? How is that going?
All right, thank you. First of all, I would like to say that what the URO is currently going around saying that the issue is based on the fact that they converted a mixture is not a true reflection of what's on the ground. The students are agitated at most of the policies of the Vice Chancellor, and that is why the students are acting this way. We, as an SRC, decided to march on a peaceful walk to submit our petition to the Vice Chancellor. And then things got out of hand. There was no intention to vandalize, but then things got out of hand. But what we want to correct is that students are not acting this way because of the conversion of mixed-up. Students are acting this way because they are generally dissatisfied by the actions of the university management, and that is what the SRC is fighting for. We are the mouthpiece of the students, and we demand that things be done the right way. Nobody is here to vandalize. Nobody is here to destroy anything. But then we are just saying that we are standing by our students. It is not about the conversion of the halls. There are a lot of things happening. Students are being brutalized without administration saying anything about it. For God's sake, if things like this have been happening and no member of the university administration has been able to come on air and say that, students, we are sorry for these things that are happening, we would have been satisfied. Students would have been okay. But there has been no such statement, and I repeat, there has been no such statement from the university to even apologize for the brutalities that have been going on. Yet they are rather going on media or on radio stations spewing lies about the current situation on the ground.
Maxwell, has the student body leadership met with the Vice Chancellor since Friday night's incident?
Please come again.
Has the student body leadership met with the Vice Chancellor since Friday night's incident?
Please,
or school authorities? Okay. Have the school authorities in any way attempted engaging students since last Friday's incident?
there has been no engagement of that sort. The only engagement there was on Sunday evening when some SRC executives went to the Dean of Students office to inform him about their decision to march peacefully to submit a petition to the Vice Chancellor. There have been so many incidents where these brutalities have occurred, and the school administration has said nothing about it. They have been mute and silent about it, and that is why the students are agitated.
The URO just told us on this platform that on Saturday the students' body was met by leadership.
Please come again.
The URO just told us on this platform that the student leadership were met by the university administration. That is not true. Right. Okay. So Maxwell, moving forward, your university has been closed down now. What's next for the school leadership, for the students?
Please come again. I didn't hear that well.
Sorry, I'm saying that your university has been closed down. What's next for the students? What are you going to do now?
We are still standing by our students. We want things to be done right. Our SRC president is going to be in a meeting with the Minister of Education and some stakeholders of the university. And we are going to lay down our concerns, our pleas, and the ways we think we can resolve these issues. And that is the way forward now. I know academic work has been halted and a lot of things have been disrupted. But then we are focused on ensuring that the right thing is done. When the right things are done, academic work can continue.
How do you think these issues can best be resolved?
Most of the time, what I usually say is that it is not all about sometimes imposing your authority on people. It's about deliberating, dialoguing, and listening to the voice of the students. I mean, you can't run a school with over 50,000 students, and whatever your students say, you don't want to listen. This time around, we want our voices to be heard. We want things to be done right. The policies that doesn't sit well with students, we want to go back and revise them and ensure that they are corrected before anything goes on in the school. That's what we want.
Okay, thank you very much, Maxwell Danko, for joining us. He is the Public Relations Officer for the SRC of KNUST. So Maxwell Danko is PRO of the SRC of KNUST, mentioning clearly what their demands are. They are going to meet with the Minister of Education today. They are demanding that the school authorities engage with them whenever these decisions are being taken. And also, they are demanding an end to what they call brutality on campus of KNUST. So it seems a bit more nuanced, Nana and Chief, than we were mentioning earlier. It seems like an issue of engagement between university authorities and the students itself. What do you guys think is the real solution moving forward?
So those are the broader issues. And for me, I would say that there's a culture of violence and macho mentality in our educational institutions, right from the basic level to the higher levels, right? Even when we're in secondary school, you go level SS1, your seniors will beat you up, you complain. When you become a senior, you also beat your juniors up. So there's that culture, and even the whole idea of corporal punishment, where a whole generation of people were whipped, and we haven't seen its attendant benefit. You know, they were being ostensibly whipped because they wanted them to be disciplined, right? But do we have a disciplined society? Look at our roads, look at our street, look at the way we behave. So we have to have a broader conversation of the style of education we have in our schools, and that top-down approach. And how do we make our educational institutions more inclusive? What kinds of students, most importantly, are we developing? And are we training leaders?
Okay.
Are we training responsible leaders as such? And I think the money, not just university management, school management must put away their egos, because right now it is ego-driven. You know, people that like, we are the ones in authority. Yes, if we want to do this, who are the students to say no? We will do what we want to do. Right. If we do not put down our ego and have a more holistic approach and apply a lot of emotional intelligence in the way we are managing issues, we'll always come back to this decision. And my point is that, listen, right now students are going home. Right now there's been a massive demonstration and destruction of property. Now you ask the bigger question, now who calls some? The buck stops at the feet of the Vice Chancellor. It stops with the university management. So to an extent that you are managing a university where the university has been closed down, that means there is something fundamentally wrong. And we cannot push down the blame on only the students. It means there's something wrong.
I don't think anyone has blamed one party.
Of course, but the ultimate responsibility and those who must be blamed the most in this particular situation is the university management.
Is he then wrong for taking action in closing down the school, knowing that he has ultimate responsibility?
And that's my point. Closing down the school is a consequence of all those decisions that they have taken in the past. Because closing down the school is admitting that things have become so ungovernable that people must go home so that we rephrase. I'm just hoping that as time goes on, we'll have a broader conversation about how we manage. And I just want to end, and this is just on a lighter note. This is the oath that students usually take, right, in the University of Ghana when they matriculate. And I just want to read out that quote just to illustrate the point that I've been trying to make. So these are just the first line. I solemnly promise to observe the regulations of the university, to obey, emphasis mine, to obey the vice chancellor and those to whom my obedience is required. So the operative word here is obey, So the whole idea of authorities
being a big deity. In the first place.
Yes, of course, the whole idea of authorities being like a deity who requires our obedience, that idea that we must all supplicate, for me is what is fundamentally wrong with the DNA of managing institutions in this country that we must be able to revise.
Okay, thanks, Chief. Nana, let's take your final word.
You see, Katanga has been consistent from day one that, look, this issue was far beyond Katanga and KNUST, and then far beyond KNUST. I mean, ultimately, it had to do with the training of the future leaders. And we had wished that someone had listened. And therefore, this is an issue that has all Ghanaians as stakeholders. And whilst all these brutalities were going on, the question one will ask is, where was the ministry? What was government doing? Because all these things were all over on social media. You could easily go on YouTube or Google and then see all these pictures. So assuming even if they were orchestrated, didn't anyone find the need to go down there and then check to verify whether it was true or real or not, and then to find out whether the KNUST security were doing their work well or not, and to find out what exactly was the issue? Was it a Katanga issue or was it a real issue that went beyond Katanga? So I think as a country, we need to take things much more seriously, because these are things that we could have avoided. I mean, it's so disheartening that it has to get to this stage.
At the moment, these students are not in school. They are leaving school. Education and learning in that society becomes a challenge now. What is the real solution in your mind?
All right, picking on what you're saying, but I'm sure Ghanaians would agree that it's better to ensure that these brutalities are stopped and education halted than you still being in school.
Isn't it easier for you to say this when you are done with school with your degree?
No, but what would be the point in school continuing when you can't even learn? Because let me tell you what happened on Friday. The security were mopping up students indiscriminately. And this is a fact. There was an instance which is on record at the police station whereby they met a gentleman and they thought, hey, that guy is well built, so he probably should be from Katanga, and started beating up the gentleman. And then the gentleman who ended up in the cells of the police on record were not only Katanga students. And this is what generated all this SRC stuff coming in. So you had Katanga, you had Republic Hall, you had Indies Hall, and even non-resident students in there. You get it? So I believe the proper way to go would be to ensure some sanity before studies continue. Other than that, whatever you be churning out won't be desirable.
Thank you very much, Nana J. Blackie, for joining us. He's a member of the alumni coordinating team for University Hall, Katanga. Still listening to the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. 29 minutes past 9. We're going to take these important messages. When we come back, we'll be speaking with our friends from Glyco General Home Insurance, who have a new insurance package for you. Stay with us.
At Afrodan, we believe that many of the problems people have with their health is as a result of the way they sit. In other words, your chair can kill you. Here's Dr. Marcus Mann of the Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
What you have to remember is that the spine is the lifeline to your body, and posture is the window to that spine. Now, posture is affected by your daily activities and habits like sitting. That's